started going down to small competitions with the guys down south.
Yeah.
And because of how small these organisations were at the time of us competing, so it was at the very beginning of these competitions starting. These guys just moved away from.
It's such a big organisation.
Exactly. Yeah.
I can't remember which one it was.
Exactly. But so they started their own organisation, and it was at the very beginning of this building up. So the forms competitions was very small.
Yeah.
In terms of the people who are competing.
That's right, because what it is well, knowing yourself, it's like, because I've been in the industry for so long.
Yeah.
You always get people caught up. Oh, he's a world champion. You know who he is. And my response is always, which association?
Exactly.
You know, because there's that many different associations now, and this is where because when I first started, there was only in the karate there was literally just two associations, big man. There was the MAI, which was the Martial Arts Institution, I think it was called, the MAI, and that was the one who did everybody's insurances. Doesn't matter what association were, because it had the MAI, then they had the major bodies, and then obviously the clubs underneath them. So for us it was English Karate Board, and that covered all the karate styles at the time. And then you had the Kung Fu Association, and there probably other associations, but obviously being younger, wasn't. And so when you were a British champion of the EKB, you were British karate champion.
Yeah.
That was it. You were the elite. And then underneath that, you had the association champions. So, for instance, you'd had Shutokai Association champion, lightweight, middleweight, and heavyweight. So you had them, and then but you knew you had like the likes
level above as well.
Yeah, like some of the guys, and this is where you got your guys who were really good. I mean, I could name a few like Steve Cattle, Frankie Brennan, Alfie Lewis, Joe Turney, Stan Knighton, Roy Stanhope. All these guys were all, up there. And then the Ishinru guys, unfortunately names, I do apologise guys, but the names they were up there. So you knew who was the top level of the Shutokan guys, who was the best at the Shutokan, who was best at the Ishinru. And you knew that level, they were going to fight for the British title.
Yeah, so they kind of used that as a stepping stone.
As a stepping stone.
Right.
Where now, you've got that many associations.
You don't know,
where you're going with it.
Yeah.
And that's similar to your experience, wasn't it?
Yeah.
On the international circuit.
Yeah, of course, yeah. Because so as I continued through my training and through my competitions, I came third on the national level, which with the organisation it was with, it allowed me to compete on the international level in that competition.
That's right.
However, the reason I don't bring it up as much as some people would, and as much as my friends and my family bring it up, I don't bring it up half as much as my friends and family do. But it's because when I was competing, I was only competing against two other people because of how small that organisation was. Yes. The people who came first and second in England, in the UK, didn't go to the World Competition.
Because it's an amateur sport still.
Exactly, yeah.
So therefore, if they can afford it, then go.
Yeah.
So not necessarily, people can go, because I know from that organisation they allow top three to go.
Exactly.
But 9 times you only got one of them going out of the top three.
Exactly.
Because they couldn't afford the trip, they couldn't get time off work, with it being a 4-week event.
Yeah.
So it does have that effect. And most associations are like that anyway.
Yeah. And because of that, I don't like to bring it up as much because I don't feel like I really properly earned the title. If that makes sense. Because I was only going against two other people. Yeah. And the age bracket that I was in was 13 to 17. Yeah. One of the people who I was competing against was 13 and I was 17 at the time. like it doesn't feel right almost.
Yeah, but at the end of the day, it's still something to be proud of.
Of course, yeah, and I am proud.
Because you only can compete against what's there.
Exactly, yeah, and I am proud of the accomplishment, and I'm proud of the title that I have. Yeah. But at the same time, there's always that little bit of me that doesn't like to bring it up because of the circumstances of my achievements.
Yeah, it's similar to me with my own, winning the Northern Cat Champion. Yeah. Becoming Northern Cat Champion at the time. I was similar. It's a big the SKU at the time was huge, and obviously it covered the whole of the country. But the Northern was just basically the Northwest and the Northeast. You know, that's where they had the split. The guys from Birmingham weren't involved really because they had their own Midlands Championship.
I see.
So really, when I competed, there was only 9 of us.
Yeah.
So it's the same principle, and it probably does the same again. You know, but depending on your different, because we know through our experiences of different academies, different friends we've met through it all, through our journeys, and they've gone on. You know, like the JKS. I know a good friend of mine, Ben. He's in the JKS, and that's a huge organisation. And when you compete there, you are competing with quite a lot. But same again, there's only going to be 15 to 20 competitors for each individual division. You know, and because a lot of people can't travel around the world and they haven't got the money. Yeah. So although we're saying there's a lot of association out there, we're not saying it devalues anything or any particular individual, because even to get to that standard, you still have to be very, very good. Of course. Thanks for watching the video, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. If you want to see the previous one, simply click the video above. And if you want to see the playlist for my journey, simply click this video below. And then from there, guys, if you want to see more videos about everything that's happening on the Yarm Martial Arts YouTube channel, simply subscribe, guys. And we look forward to seeing you watching our videos. Take care now. Have a great day. All the best.